Tippy time, my damies, Topcat here, and today we finally managed to craft the Retrofit Escapade from the Battlegrounds. The perk combo I've gone for this is 4th times a charm. This will allow you to lay down on that trigger for a full 8 seconds. Also, you're going to want to run an appended magazine to boost up your reserves. For our damage perk, you could go with Vorpal Weapon. I think this works better if you are going to be using this on things like Champions or Briggs or Hive Guardians. But I've set mine up with target lock as I want to pump out damage into raid and dungeon bosses. For these encounters we've got a larger damage window, so target lock all day. With minimal setup you've now got an LMG out DPSing the most meta of linear fusion rifles. The Gyrfalcons is the exotic for our hunters that makes this LMG S tier, as when we emerge from being invisible we are granted volatile rounds for our void affinity weapons. The LMG is pumping out so many rounds so fast you're getting endless volatile explosions. This is a massive chunk of our damage, but is also beautiful to look at. And whilst you could set up for your Titans and Warlocks to do this in smaller damage windows, they won't do it as easily as the Gyrfalcons can. You're going to want to have 100 mobility, and I would also recommend a stasis class item to double stack utility Kickstarter mods. With this we got the 10-second dodge, 8-second volatile rounds, and then we're going to swap to a Witherhoard, shoot off a round, and by that time you should have your dodge available again, so then you can just dodge again and start the cycle over. As I touched on, we're going to use the Vanishing Step aspect, Marksman dodge, and the Deadpool tether for a 30% debuff for 12 seconds. As proof of concept, our super regeneration is tied to our damage output. I shot my tether at the start of this damage phase. I've only picked up the 2 orbs that were from the well, and by the end of this damage phase I have another super again. I also run suppressor grenades with Echo of Domineering for quick reloads and weakening grenades. I'd recommend high energy fire for extra damage, and you're going to want double stacking on machine gun reserves as you'll be pumping through those rounds. This build is absolutely nuts, guys. Even if you're not a hunter main, you need both this LMG and Gyrfalcons, so you can just hit cruise control on all your in-game content. I'll leave a dim in the description below of how I set mine up, but it's all rather easy. You just need the exotic and the LMG. Any questions and suggestions are welcome below, but until next time, tippy time my damies, what a tie.
Everything, he's the most tip-top.